the world for 5 whole people, although I hear it's soon to be 6. But we're going to have to wait till December to find that out. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's my brothers and idiots. Welcome. And the squad is assembled. MJ, what's going on?
Not much. Chilling, learning Chinese.
I say, are you on Red Note or whatever it is yet?
Correct.
Yeah, I thought about it today. I don't know. Maybe I'll wait to see what happens on the 20th.
Yeah,
I'd be downloading that shit in Mexico. We'll find out.
Good news is mostly the same for you, Paige.
Okay, good. Just Quan sported that whole algorithm right over for you. There you go. That's awesome. Tank, what's going on, brother?
Not much, man. Keeping it easy right now. So
nice. Wearing the Buccaneers hat in grievance.
In grievance.
Yeah.
They were the closest to a win that I predicted last week.
Yeah, well, it's too bad that Baker Mayfield is trash. That's the last time we'll hear that this season. Mark, what's up?
Hey, guys, I am drinking out of the tiniest little Marty Moose mugs you've ever seen in your life before. I'm two-fisting out of these little Marty Moose. Actually, I'm not. They're just sitting over here. But, yeah, you guys alluded to it. The numbers, I said we weren't keeping score. I decided to keep score anyways. We'll get into it. I did 2 different styles of grading as a surprise. I probably got myself into trouble with this one because we're not doing this during a regular season, but this is fine during the playoffs. But we did fractionated grading at some point during this. So I know my wife, who's not in the room right now, is going to cringe when she hears about fractionated grading, but it's coming. It's coming.
Excited to see that. Good times. All right, well, let's get rolling. And I told the squad in chat that we're not going to rehash the beatdown that was Sunday because we all saw it. We don't need to break it down. The season's over, and there'll be plenty of time to cover what's coming up in the offseason as far as free agency and the draft. So we're going to talk about jobs that are open. And we are going to rank the available head coaching jobs currently as we sit now on the 14th of January at 8 o'clock at night. The jobs that are open in the NFL and rank them as from least desirable to most desirable. Frank, I know you've got thoughts, so we are going to start with you.
I mean, here's the biggest issue with the entire list. All of the owners are dog shit. And that is why all of these are available jobs.
I would push back on that just a little bit.
Okay, sorry. New Orleans, is that one not dog shit?
No, Tennessee.
Tennessee's not dog shit.
She's not dog shit. That's Bud Adams' daughter. She knows what she's doing.
Okay, okay. That one's not dog shit, but their track record isn't great. They have weird things with not bringing in the right people. Either way. None of them are good. Tennessee's the best one then. There you go. You just gave it. Tennessee is the best available job because they have the most stable-minded ownership. After that, New Orleans, I guess, but their cap history sucks, so you're in trouble there. After that, I mean, you're going to go based on personnel because you know you're dealing with bullshit coaching or bullshit ownership. So, Jacksonville, maybe, because they have some pieces there. So if you get the right coach in, maybe they can do something. After that, it's kind of a tie between the next 3, honestly. New York, Dallas, and Chicago. They all have good pieces of players. They have good parts of a team, but just terrible ownership and questionable GMs. The least desirable one is obviously the Raiders right now. They have nothing and a bad ownership. So that's where I'm kind of at right now. Raiders are the worst. Tennessee's the best.
How do I not have Chicago on my list? I have 7 jobs.
It is 7.
It's 7 open right now?
Yeah, it's 7. Yeah. It was 8.
So we hit the over. We hit the over.
Not by the Monday, though. That was the thing.
Well, all right. So
it took an extra week.
Over. It took an extra week because Jerry Jones is a fucking idiot. So we hit the over. He fucked himself.
The over came in.
The over came
Yeah.
in a week late. Yeah.
Cash that fucking ticket. We got it.
We got it. Well, everybody but Tank got it.
Oh, come on, dude. You based it on Black Monday.
Pretty consistent.
Come on now.
Pretty consistent.
Yeah, that's
I didn't miss that bad this weekend.
that's too funny. All right, MJ, what do you think?
Are we? Should I just go through and say who I think is going to coach for these teams?
No, you're ranking the jobs. God, have you been paying attention?
Not particularly. I think Goldberg is going to be the coach for the Dallas
Fair
Cowboys.
enough.
Goldberg.
I also think
Goldberg.
that Goldberg will be the coach for the New York Jets.
Goldberg.
Goldberg. I think it would be more fun to coach Jacksonville then Chicago, and then the rest of these teams can kind of go to the garbage. Jacksonville and Chicago can also go to the garbage, but they're sitting at the top of the garbage heap. If you catch my drift.
Should I?
And then also, I think that Chi-Chi is going to coach the Vegas. He's going to coach the Raiders.
Goldberg.
I thought we were playing
Goldberg.
Are You Coach? I didn't realize we weren't playing Are You Coach? I was trying to find the picture I have of the list of coaches for the Broncos from that one day, like 10 years ago, that we recast.
Oh God, that was so funny. Goldberg coach offense, Fozzie Bear coach defense. Chi-Chi head coach.
So I can't remember who was the quarterback coach. We found a coach for every position. It was like
I have
4 pages worth of coach.
Every time we brought up Goldberg. That might have actually been a CU Buffaloes discussion and not a Denver Broncos discussion too. I can't remember. It was one of the two.
It's happened a few times.
No, because I think the Buffaloes ones was the one that you recorded on your iPod.
Oh, I think you're right. You're right.
Oh God, the
when I recorded that video of us asking the cow if they would coach and Abraham Lincoln if he would coach. I have those videos somewhere. I should repost them for the nostalgia.
All right, Mark, what do you think?
Okay, so if you take this as so you've got location, right? I'm just going to throw that out because all of these places can be good or bad depending on what you do. And people have gone into bad places and made a hell of a coaching tenure out of them. So you've got ownership, and I'm going to, instead of saying roster, I'm going to say quarterback, right? Do you have the number 1 and 2 pieces, which is ownership and a quarterback? Dallas, no, you don't. New York Jets, absolutely not. Neither one. Jacksonville, maybe on the quarterback, but I don't know how much longer he's going to be there. How much more of a beating can that poor kid take? How much longer can he stay upright? Las Vegas, again, we're not even in consideration for anything here. New Orleans, no, they don't have anything going on either. Tennessee, obviously not. Chicago, they have a piece there. Hopefully they can keep him upright and get some other stuff in front of him. Of these jobs, just going based off of that, you're right. Tennessee is probably the best job. After that would be Chicago, and that ownership group, while it's not super solid, kind of bends to the whim at least a little bit more to what their coach wants. So you'd have a little bit more control there. Whereas I think Tennessee's been burnt on that GM combo. I don't know. It's one of those two teams for sure. It's either Tennessee or Chicago is going to be the number 1, and the Raiders are the worst because fuck the Raiders.
Right. All right. I went and did a deep dive. And thankfully I had some time to scrape up the stats for Chicago, and then I had to reshuffle everything. But I'm going to start at the bottom. Dallas, I think, is the worst job. And a couple of reasons why. Number one, you've got the worst, most meddlesome owner in the entire league. And he cannot get out of his own way. And you only have to point to what they did to themselves and Mike McCarthy by allowing this negotiating term that they had all to themselves and then did nothing with it. Said, yeah, we're not going to do anything. So then they couldn't interview anybody and he couldn't interview with anybody. So Jerry Jones is, from just a day-to-day in everything kind of standpoint, is the worst owner in football. They had the 31st worst defense, 31st ranked defense. A lot of that had to do with injuries, but still defense is defense. Offense was 21st. You've got an aging quarterback. They've only got $4.5 million in projected cap space right now. And, we know after seeing what Denver did last year, cap space isn't necessarily that big of a deal, but it could be. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But the pros are, it's a great market. You get great exposure. It's America's team, but you've got a weird ass, stupid fan base, a weird ass, stupid ownership, and an aging quarterback who has had an injury problem the last few years. Next is the Jets, another terrible owner, and some of the stuff that's come to. Oh, did we just lose the dipshit?
Oh,
I think we lost the dipshit.
She's back.
Okay, the dipshit is back.
Yeah, she's back.
If you saw some of the stories about how he was allowing his children to tell him who to draft and who to trade for, and was using Madden ratings as a scale for whether or not to bring people in. That guy's just stupid. They do have the 20th ranked defense with some pieces. They do have the 24th ranked offense. A lot of that was because A-Rod didn't play very well. They do have some pieces on offense, so there is some there. So we'll see what happens. $14 million in cap space. Defense is solid. They've got some talent on offense, but they don't know what they're going to do at quarterback. I'd be shocked if Aaron Rodgers was there. Their draft slot is the 7th, so they're kind of out of the quarterback game in this draft because it's not a super deep quarterback. So the quarterback draft, so they're going to have to do some things there. So I make them 5th place, or at 6th place. In 5th place, I put Chicago. And a lot of what I did with Chicago here is the ownership piece. Plus, Chicago's fucking cold, and they have to play in the NFC North. That is one of the strongest divisions in football. It's going to be very difficult, regardless of who's playing quarterback in Minnesota next year. That's a very competitive division, and they're at the bottom looking up. The defense was ranked 21st. Their offense was ranked 28th. They've got $73 million in projected cap, so you can fix some things there. Plus, they've got a generational talent at quarterback. 5th place for those guys. 4th place, I put New Orleans, 19th on defense, 24th on offense. They've got the 9th draft position. So, again, they're also out of the quarterback sweepstakes. Pros, hell, you live in New Orleans. Who wouldn't want to do that? That's a hell of a place to hang out, right? Owner is a solid guy, supportive fans, and they're playing in the NFC South. If there's a division where you could make a move to win the division without much, one of them is the NFC South. Cons, you've got an aging quarterback with an injury history, a lack of talent, not a lot of way to get it because they have projected $71 million in negative cap space. They are still reeling and it's not going to get much better. So that was 4th place. 3rd place, why have I frozen? Stop it.
Oh.
No, not
You're
me.
not frozen. Okay.
I'm not frozen. My document's frozen. I had it all written. All right, 3rd place. And this is a surprise of folks. 3rd place is the Las Vegas Raiders. 25th in defense, 29th in offense. The cupboard is completely bare. No talent except for one stud on offense and one stud on defense. And who knows how long the one stud on defense is going to stick around. He may not be very happy. But with the new coach, we all have seen how he ties himself in with the coach, and he was very much behind Antonio Pierce getting the job. So we'll see what happens if they get someone that he can support. They do have the 6th position in the draft. Oh, it could be a possibility of moving some things around, but they also have $98 million in projected cap space. So there's some things they can do there. Pros, you're in Vegas in one of the best buildings in the entire league. That stadium is so nice it fucking hurts. There's no way the Vegas Raiders and the Raiders fans deserve to have a building that nice, because it is as gorgeous a facility as I've ever been in. Rabid fans, lots of money to spend in the cap, as I mentioned, but you've got a dipshit for an owner who is just a complete moron and can't figure out how to get a haircut. And you're playing in the AFC West, which, the other three teams have figured out their quarterbacks, and you're, again, at the bottom of a pretty strong division looking up. There were 3 playoff teams in this division in the 2024 season, and it's going to be tough to crack the nut going into the 2025 season. Next up is Jacksonville, primarily because they do have a generational talent at quarterback. They've got an owner who will had some issues with injuries this year, 27th on defense, 26th on offense. They do draft 5th. So you can get a real solid offensive lineman at that position to help shore up that offensive line. They do have some talent on both sides of the ball. No income tax in Florida. You live in Jacksonville, Florida, which is beautiful, and you're in the AFC South. Another one of those divisions where you can make a move very quickly. Cons, you have to play in London twice a year, so that sucks. And in the coming years, that might be 4, 5, or 6 times a year, because we all know the direction that's going. And that's probably the smallest fan base in the entire league. Shout out Neil, not our number one fan, Neil, but cousin Neil, who might be the only Jacksonville fan that I know. Finally, you've got Tennessee as the number one. They've got, and this is primarily because of 2 things. One, their ownership. Amy Strunk is Bud Adams' daughter. She's been running a pretty good show. They do have the number 1 pick in the draft. So you either get a generational talent as your quarterback, which is something that they need very badly, or they leverage it and just remake their entire roster, which you can do very easily if someone throws you the right package. 30th on defense, 27th on offense. They do need help at quarterback. They need help at running back. They do have an emerging star in Nick Westbrook-Ikine, who it was top 10 in touchdowns this year, which was surprising. He was number 9. I didn't even realize he was that good in terms of his stats this year, even though he caught less than 600 yards. But he finally has caught on. No other talent on the team, and the Nissan Stadium is aging. So there's an issue there. Plus, but as a pro, you get to live in Nashville, which is one of my favorite cities in the entire country. It's an awesome place to live, awesome place to hang out. It's beautiful, great geography, and some of the best drinking on the planet. So there you go. There's my list. Any questions?
2 Jaguars fans.
Who's the other one?
My daughter.
Yeah, you do know 2. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My oldest is a Jaguars fan somehow.
All right, so that's
She
out of the
played on a team.
I know too.
Yeah, she played.
Yeah, didn't she play on a team that was the Jaguars?
Yep, she played for a flag football team, the Jaguars, and the Texans. Actually, she played for both, but she chose the Jaguars.
All right, solid. You haven't converted her yet, huh?
I've tried, but I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, look at who I live with. It's going to be much easier for her to convert her direction right now, given the circumstances of history.
Okay.
So,
fair enough. All right. Well, that's the coaching carousel. It's going to be lots of exciting stuff, I'm sure, coming in the next few weeks. We'll see where people land. But I thought it'd be a lot more fun to rank the jobs rather than pontificate as to who's going to be the next coach somewhere else.
And with how many there's been 30 different either active coaches or former coaches interviewed in the last 2 weeks. By the
Rex Ryan wants that New York job pretty fucking badly.
They should give it to him, honestly. Last time they were good.
Right. He took a rookie quarterback to the AFC Championship twice. I mean, come on.
Yeah. It didn't just happen once.
No, didn't just happen once. He made Mark Sanchez look passable. So, we all know how that ended up. All right. That's enough of that.
Fumble.
Oh, there she goes again.
Oh, boy. And I think that's might keep happening. So,
okay. Well, let's roll into Pew Pew Pickem playoff style. Mark, take it away.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Pew Pew Pickem. Week 1. You guys want to know how you did?
Sure.
Do you really know? Okay. So, looking through the numbers, neither one of you guys did very well. How many games were there last week that were how many?
6.
6. Correct. You guys each got 3 of them correctly. Dipshit, you only got 2 of them correct.
Woo!
But
We split
I went
the
ahead.
ties.
Now, I went ahead and did a little bit of a deep dive here, and this might be a giant mistake for getting this deep. If you got the game, you got a third of a point. Like if you got the winner. If you got the winner plus the spread, you got 2/3 of a point. And if you got the over under, you got that third of a point. So with my fractionated grading, Matt sits at 3 points. The wife is in the room. Remember I said she wasn't there when I mentioned it the first time and she would not like it very much? She's now back. And so did you hear the ahem?
How could we miss it?
Fractionated grading is the devil.
And there it is. By the fractionated grading that I have created, Matt, you are in the lead with 3 points. Frank, you are at 2 1/3 point. And Dipshit, you are the best.
Where did he get me on the 2/3?
Just with over under stuff.
We did flip flop on some overs and unders.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct, and that was a lot of it too. Dipshit has a question. I appreciate you actually raising your hand instead of just busting in like Frank did. Thanks.
Yeah, well,
Why did you make each game worth 1 total point instead of making them each worth 3 points and then making each stat worth a point?
Because if I didn't have fractions, then it wouldn't be fractionated grading.
Okay.
Fair enough.
You're not wrong, to be fair. I hate it, but you're not
no
wrong.
lies detected at all.
So with that in mind, let's look at this week's slate of games. There are how many, Matt?
4.
What do we say in this house?
Foe.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. There are 4 games on this slate. The first one is on Saturday. It is at 2:30 in the afternoon. You can catch that game in your local markets on an ESPN or ABC affiliates. This one is the Texans taking on the Chiefs. The over-under in this game is set at 42. In fact, this is the lowest of the weekend by far. The game is heavily slanted in favor of the home team, the Kansas City Chiefs, who got the bye. They are favored at 8.5 points on this one. Take it away, King Goon.
You know, there's going to come a time in this playoff run when the Kansas City Chiefs cannot continue to play Prometheus, and flying too close to the sun eventually is going to get their wings melted. They cannot continue to skate by the way they have all season long. I saw a stat where if you flip-flopped all of those single or the games that could have been decided by one score, the Chiefs would be like 5-12, and the Broncos would have been 15-2, which I thought was pretty interesting. However, that week is not this week. The Houston Texans are going to be running into a buzzsaw and playing in an environment I don't think they've ever seen before. They can score. The Houston Texans have definitely shown that they can score against an above-average defense the way they manhandled Los Angeles last week. I'm going to take the Chiefs in this game. I'm going to take the under, but give me the cover on the Houston side. I don't think 8.5 is going to do it. They've been playing one-score games all year long, and I don't foresee them doing it the same way again.
And you had the under?
Yeah, give me the under.
Okay. Frank, what do you think?
I mean, I had a lot of the same thoughts, to be honest. The Chiefs team is going to run into something eventually, but we all got surprised by how good the Texans ended up looking last weekend against a really good Chargers team, but that was also a lot of the Chargers making a lot of mistakes, and that game is kind of what caused that to happen more than anything. So the Chiefs, I'm going to take the Chiefs, and I'm going to take the Texans spread on this. I think it's going to be under 8.5. That doesn't. These two teams are going to be close together on this one. And I'm going to take the over, actually. I think it's going to go a little bit over the 42 or whatever it is.
Dipchit, what do you think?
Okay, first I think that Matt was wrong, specifically about the Prometheus reference, because that was Icarus. Good try, though. You were at least in the right country.
I was letting it go.
Also,
I wasn't listening, honestly.
Also,
I missed
you
it.
people are not haters enough. If God has a conscience, the Chiefs lose. And therefore we must hope that the Chiefs lose. Because God.
Well, considering the Chiefs have been writing devil magic all year, I don't know if that counts.
This is dipshit's time to shine. Let her fill in the blanks here.
They are being punished for their actions. Thus says the squeaky dog. Texans, no cover, over. Fuck it.
I mean,
Oh,
if
yeah.
they win,
You're taking the Texans, yeah.
I like it. I like it. Let's move on to the second game on Saturday, shall we? This one takes place on your Fox affiliates.
okay. Hold on.
locally or online.
Hold on. Toaster has some
I'm
brilliance
not
to
even
share
paying
with
it.
us.
Oh, sorry,
The
I haven't
Chiefs-
even been paying attention to chat.
It just popped up. The Chiefs have a secret weapon that no one is talking about, and I am quivering in anticipation
Yeah, what's this?
to know what this is.
We already talked
Fire
about the devil
away.
magic.
Right? Is it? Yeah, come on, Toaster. We're waiting on you. Swifty magic. Okay.
well, we already called the devil
knew
magic,
that was
so
gonna
we're
happen.
good.
Okay.
You knew
I
that
forgot.
that
I
was what he was
forgot.
gonna say.
I forgot that was.
I actually
I
honestly
forgot that
too.
fandom. All right.
No, that's all right.
Moving on. I apologize for making us stop to listen to that drivel. Carry on.
Honestly, the way he came in that hot, I thought maybe he snuck Gene Mingo on the Chiefs practice squad. But maybe not. I don't know. Let's talk about the next game on the slate. This one is the thank you very much. I'll take that.
2 out of 5.
I'll take that. I'll take that very much. This one is happening Saturday evening. That's 6:15 Mountain Time because we live in a Rocky Mountain state and we love it. And that's the time we go by as Mountain Time. So it's at 6:15, goddammit, on your Fox affiliate. This one is the Commanders from Washington going into Detroit to take on the Lions. This is the biggest spread of the weekend at 9.5, guys, in favor of the home team. Also, the biggest spread in the weekend is when it comes to the total as well. This is at 55.5 currently. Frank, what do you think about this one?
It looks like a good game, to be honest. Commanders, wow, impressive season, impressive win. Jaden Daniels appears to be the man there that they've been waiting for since, RG3, I guess. But the main reason that they're in this game is because Todd Bowles is an idiot. So I think Detroit proves that on the field and dumps some points on Washington's head in this game. So I'm taking Detroit, the points, and the over.
Matt.
We were all worried about Detroit's defense until they shocked the world with a bunch of practice squad jabronis and completely emasculated the Minnesota Vikings in Week 18. I agree with Tank. I think that Washington's an exciting young team. They're not going to, I think, be able to keep up with the firepower on the other side of the offensive football. Detroit's figuring some things out and has figured some things out on defense. Give me Detroit. Give me Detroit to cover. And I will take the over because I think this is going to be a wild shootout.
Thank you very much for that. Dipshit, what do you think?
I like Dan Campbell. I like the Lions. Every time we've said that it'll be the over, it's not. So give me the under. And what was the spread?
9.5.
Sure, Lions cover. Why not?
Oh, yeah, and the side bet, there will be no punts in this game, I'm assuming, right? Like,
No.
neither of these teams punt at all.
Okie dokie. I am writing that down for sure. Thank you for that. That is okay. Let's carry on to the Sunday slate of games, shall we? And this one, HTT. Okay, interesting. I think I'm not sure. Anyways, the next game is at 1:00 on NBC, and this one is also the NFC game. This is the Rams going into Philly to take on the Eagles, where some of their fans are not very nice. A lot of them are not very nice, but some of them are really like the worst kind of people on the planet. But we've known that for a while. But there's just not nice people. Anyways, the Eagles are favored by 6 at home in this one. 44 is the over/under in this one. Considering that this is 2 animals in this game, we've got a sheep and a bird. I want to go to my local animal expert and start with the dipshit on this one.
As much as I would like to cheer for the sheeps, I do think that the birds will win. And it pains me because I prefer the sheeps over the birds in this situation. Yeah, birds. Also, if not birds, then I want the what the fuck is his name from It's Always Sunny? The guy that Danny DeVito plays. I don't know if you guys have seen that there was an It's Always Sunny and Abbott Elementary crossover, but they have to like volunteer at the elementary school, and Danny DeVito like starts dumping batteries into the compost. I hope that happens to Nick Sirianni if they don't win.
They dump him in the compost heap
With batteries.
with batteries.
He calls them robot food. I agree.
Oh,
Batteries and Sirianni in compost. Got it written down. Do you want to make any bets on the over under or the total in this one?
No.
You can say no. Okay, perfect.
No, thank you.
Matt, carry on.
Can you repeat the lines, please? Because the Always Sunny brain rot has completely destroyed my medulla oblongata.
The Eagles are favored by 6, and the over/under in this one's 44, Matt.
This has the potential to be a really good game. I thought for sure that the Rams were going to look a lot like the Chargers just because of the shit that was happening at home for the Rams and having to play a neutral site game. They showed out and looked really good doing it. And that Puka Nacua kid is the truth. And I don't often give credit to announcers for a really apt reference, but I think it was Aikman who called Puka Nacua a running back playing wide receiver, and that's about as brilliant a thing as I've heard all year from a national commentator on a play-by-play. Having said that, you've got the best running back in the league, hands down, on the other side of the ball, with a team that is very good offensively, with a team that is very good defensively, in a hostile environment. It's going to be cold. We all know how West Coast teams do on the East Coast in cold games. This is not going to go very well for the Rams, although it'll be exciting from the start. Give me the Eagles to cover and the over.
Frank?
I think the Rams win this one. The Eagles are the better team on paper, 100%. They are the better team, but I think the Rams feel something going on, especially defensively. Second half of the year, defensively, they got better and better, and Jared Verse is by far the best defensive rookie this year by miles. And I think he's going to do what he did all season long, and he's going to be a shit stirrer in the backfield for the Eagles. And I think that's what the difference is in this game. I think the Rams defense makes the difference, and I'm going to go with the Rams, and I'm going to take the under.
Right on. I appreciate the differentiating, guys. That's awesome. Let's carry on to the last game, and this one happens on CBS, which you know what that means. It's a Jim and Tony game, and that one is the Ravens on the road in a hostile Buffalo Bill table breaking environment, but the Ravens are still favored by 1 on the road right now. This over/under is set at a very low 51.5 points in this game. I want to start with Frank in this one.
Oh, this is good. This is the matchup of the week, right? I mean,
absolutely
two of the best offenses. Yeah, 2 of the best offenses in the league going head to head. 2 of the best quarterbacks, top 2 currently in MVP voting. It's going to be a fire show, I think. So I'm going to take. They're the home dogs this week, right? The Bills. I take the Bills in this head-to-head matchup. Feels like a destiny matchup for Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes for another AFC title. So I'm going to take the Bills, and I'm going to take the over.
Okay. Dipshit.
Would you like to hear what the Ravens will sound like after playing the Bills?
Yes.
I know it's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. I thought for sure we were going to get a caw-caw, I'm dead fuck reference.
Ah, shit. That was a way better joke.
Yeah, you missed the bag on that one. We were all waiting for it.
Damn it.
You fumbled
saw-
that one so hard. I was like, come on, bro.
Wait, hold on.
You tripped on your own sneakers on that
Wait, hold on. Mark, throw it to me.
one. Dipshit, what do you think about this game?
Do you want to hear what the Ravens will sound like after they play the Bills this weekend?
Go ahead.
They're gonna go caw, bang, fuck, I'm dead. Anyway, Bills by 20.
Oh, shit.
20 points. So I'm assuming you're taking the over as well on this one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. Bill by 20. Okay. Matt, why don't you take us home?
I think we can all agree, just based on what we've seen the entire season with these two football teams, that we really should have this game next week. This game is for the AFC Championship, and barring a catastrophic injury to either one of these stud quarterbacks, whoever comes out of this game is going to win the AFC Championship and go to the Super Bowl. I have been I have gotten off of my own personal direction and stayed away from home dogs a lot this year. I'm going with the home dog on this one. Buffalo is the truth. There's something happening there that seems like it's destiny, at least as far as getting to the dance. Buffalo is going to win the game. I don't think it's going to be particularly close because Lamar is going to Lamar, and this is that time when it's going to happen, unfortunately. Buffalo wins. Give me the over. And if you want to tease that thing up to even Buffalo -1 and make some extra scratch, Buffalo -3 make some extra scratch, I would do that. And I'm actually thinking about doing it myself. But we all know how my bets go, so don't listen to me.
If you guys could get more than 50% sometime, then you'd be fine in the money. But you just like teetering right there.
I went 50% this week.
Teetering. Anyways, that was fabulous. Good job. Pew Pew Pickem. We enjoy it. Back to you.
All right, let's go into Dipshit of the Week. And as always, it's the segment named after her. Dipshit, take it away.
So as easy as it would be to do the people who are shutting down TikTok to the point where I have downloaded a Chinese version of TikTok, I'm going for this instead. It's a picture from a game tonight, but someone made a funny comment that says when you make a typo in the group chat, but it's Matthew Tkachuk getting held down by like 7 New Jersey Devils. I guess that happened after the what's it called? The final whistle. I'm very tired. So yeah, he's the dipshit of the week for getting jumped by children.
That is ridiculous.
Oh boy.
I have not seen this yet.
And fantastic.
I'll go ahead and repost that onto our Twitter as well there. That is wow.
Also, shout out to that Connor Ryan guy. He was at Fenway doing baseball reporting today. So like baseball's coming back.
Yay! Yay! We're so close.
Right?
I can only watch those MLB top 50 home runs of 2024 so many times.
I'm going to jump in now because I have a feeling that Mark and I may have the same guy. So rather than always going last and getting my guy ripped away from me, I'm going to do the ripping. And hopefully it's not true, but we'll see what happens. I do have 2 honorable mentions. First honorable mention, Jerry Jones. You fucked yourself and you fucked Mike McCarthy. I really don't care about either one of those things, but you're a dipshit for doing it. Well done. Second dipshit of the week. If you go onto my TikTok, you'll see a video that I just recently posted in response to a jack of all trades who went on one of my videos where I posted a picture of brisket. Clearly brisket. It was the Snake River Farms brisket. That was one of the best that I've ever made, but it's clearly brisket. And he decides to comment, hey, I'm all for smoking meat, but that looks overdone. So, yeah, there was an idea behind the post that I made. Like the idea, but not like the person. It was brisket, bro. It was brisket. It's supposed to look like that. And I'll say it like I said in the video, just sit this one out. It's fine. My dipshit of the week is one Ryan Caldwell. Ryan Caldwell, if you're not familiar with the story, and I know that Mark is, there was a gentleman in Philadelphia who happened to be sitting behind a young lady who was cheering for the Packers. And I get it. There's some razzing that goes on. It happens, right? And if you do it in a nice, polite way, it's all in good fun. You give other people shit. That's fine. He was calling this young lady a dumb, ugly C word and did it multiple times and was egging her fiance on, like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Bro, you're surrounded by nothing but Philly fans. And if the Packer fan decides to take justice into his own hands, he's going to get killed. So he did the only thing that he could do and filmed the entire interaction. And thank you to Tizzy Ent and Dinesh for outing this guy and finding where he worked. He has now been banned from all Eagles games ever. His place of employment, he works in the hospitality business. Like, I don't even understand that. Like, how you're supposed to take care of people, not call them dumb, ugly C words in a public forum. His employer says, we're investigating this matter as a personnel issue and will take appropriate action. So he may actually be losing his job. But in a classy move, the Eagles have reached out and have found the young lady, and they are going to buy her a bunch of Packers gear and send it to her, which I think is an extremely classy move. Well done, Eagles. It's a good job, both in banning and in taking care of the young lady. So, Ryan Caldwell, you are my dipshit of the week. Mark, what do you got?
As far as that's concerned, I just want to kind of extend that to the Eagles fans around there. Y'all see line crossing a lot. Can you walk it back for us? Like, police yourselves. You see someone acting like this? This is somebody that's a member of your congregation. Get it under fucking control. This guy needs his ass kicked. So I blame it on Philadelphia too. Like, that's the culture in Philly, and I get it. But if someone's acting like that, and you're just standing there, and you're complicit in this too. So I'm extending that dipshit of the week to all of that fan base. They're all fucking awful. I know, Neil, I know I'm stepping on some ground here, but they're all bad. They're bad. They're just bad. And so for that, they all get that. But before I give you my dipshit of the week, I'm just going to get right into my dipshit of the week. My dipshit of the week is the Minnesota Vikings and their fan base. Once again, you have Vikinged yourself out of the playoffs in the most Viking way possible. I applaud it. It happens every year. Your fan base, you guys are, oh my God, this is the time. We're going to have this happen. Every year it's like this. And you get in the playoff, and we all see it coming. Sam Darnold fell on his face 2 weeks in a row, and you're out of the playoffs. And you guys are all sad again, and I love every second of it. Thank you, Minnesota Vikings fans, for just being sad sacks for us. We love it.
This daily dose of Schadenfreude has been brought to you by Mark. Well done.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers. Final thoughts. Talk about the things. Pimp the stuff. MJ, take it away.
Did Frank have a dipshit?
Oh, Frank. No, Frank, you need a dipshit.
Well, I mean, I guess it can kind of throw back to what I guess it's me and everyone else who thought the same thing I did, that Houston was going to be the cakewalk of the playoffs this week, and treated it like a bye week for, the Chargers, and Houston proved us all fucking wrong. So good job, Chargers. We're all dipshits for thinking you had no talent, I guess. There you go.
All right. MJ. Now is your time.
Okay. Late breaking news. Someone broke into Evgeny Malkin's house and stole all his Stanley Cup rings.
Ooh, what a sack of shit.
Yikes.
So, dipshit of the week to that guy, actually. Fuck my joke about Matthew Kachuk. That's the new dipshit of the week. Continue, carry on. That's my pimped. I have pimped.
All right. Tank?
Yeah, find me at Tank Knox and Knox Nostalgia Collectibles on all the socials. No Broncos, go Bills, I guess. Yay!
How's the cookie bank?
It's going all right. I'm building up some interest in a few different places in Colorado this week, so we'll see how that pays off in the next couple months.
Mark?
That's interesting that you're building up in some interest at your bank of cookies.
That's how it's got to go, man.
First things first, I want to send a little shout out to one of our definitely in the top group of fans, Mr. Toaster, having some knee surgery tomorrow. Good luck, buddy. You know where to reach us if you need anything, bud. Yeah, that's what I got.
Outstanding. I am looking forward to not being in the country. We will be watching. Actually, I'll be listening to the football games on Saturday as we're on the golf course in Mexico, and then we'll be at the open air bar in the resort, pounding probably cans of Corona with no lime because that's delicious, and watching football all day on Sunday. And I cannot wait to put my toes in the sand and soak up some rays. And I'm going to miss the -5 degree temperatures that you guys are going to have to live with while I'm gone. So you're welcome. Fun for me. Make sure you catch us at all of our social channels. You can find My Brother's an Idiot on Facebook. Just find that. Look for this great looking logo up here in the corner that Mark's got, and it is fantastic. You can also find My Brother's an Idiot on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at The Idiot Goons. Mark's Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok are at Poffeltime, Mezcalritas. You know it. I've actually got someone shipping a bottle of something special already coming. That's going to be waiting for me when I get there. Yes, it's an all-inclusive, but it still didn't cost me anything, so yay for me. Mark's Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok are at Poffeltime. My Twitch and Twitter are at Poffelopicus. You can find me on TikTok at King Goon Smoke. For the absent Muti, we love you, Muti.
Muti.
Who's on a boat? He's on a boat.
Yeah.
Everyone, take a look at the motherfucking boat. He's having the
Wearing
time
his
of
flippy
his life, I'm
floppies.
sure. Yeah, wearing his flippy floppies. Did everyone here got a FaceTime in the last couple of days, right? Besides Tank. Yeah. Okay.
2 today.
Two today. I did not get one today. No.
Also, he is not in his flippy floppies. The picture he posted, he was very much still in his fucking Skechers.
I don't think that man owns flippy floppies.
I don't think he owns anything except 2 pairs of fucking Skechers.
Yeah, I definitely ruined his choice of footwear for the rest of his life.
Pick one.
That was totally my fault.
All right. Well, we love you, Milty. Enjoy the shit out of your trip. For Tank, for Mark, and for MJ, and of course, Milty. Make sure you take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and take care of each other. This has been My Brother's an Idiot. We'll catch you next time. See ya, bruh.
Bruh sandwich.
Bruh.